welcome to the ICE.ART 2026.1. It's a pleasure to do this again with you. It's been a few times so far, so very, very cool. I see there's also a bunch of people already available or online, which is fantastic. So it's really cool to see this whole thing grow. Sweet. So let's get started with a little bit of housekeeping for those that are new here. So you see there's we're using the GoToWebinar platform, so there's an interface with for the speakers or the presenters and panelists where they can use or share their screen, use their camera, and use their mic. And then for everybody else that specifically has some questions, please write them in the questions window. And there's also a chat window. And please make sure that depending on who you are or what your role actually is, you can send the message to different people. So make sure you send this to the right person. Sweet. Now, so let's quickly talk about the community, everybody here, and a lot of people more. So one of the things that we have is the LinkedIn page. That's the main conference page there. It's really, really cool to see that this is growing almost a little bit too fast, in my opinion. It's really cool. We're almost at 11,000 followers there. So it's the biggest presence which we have, but that's really cool to see. Now there's also a group specifically for the community. So that's the link here, what you see. Don't try to note it down. You can just go, let me talk about the rest later. So there's also a Discord link. We also have a Discord server. This is also just slowly growing, which is fantastic. But all of the links, obviously, everything that I just showed you right now, you can also find those links at our main website where you have actually registered. Sweet. Just quick note about the conference team. So the main organizer and the host, that's myself. My name is Matthias Buehler. And then in the background with me, over the weeks and weeks of preparation work, there's also Robert Christian, who will actually today also hear more about. And then also Ankel, who's helping with some of the code and automation in the background. Sweet. Sponsor, like always, Urban, my company, our company here. And it is a pleasure also to have with me today, again, some Urban chocolate. I'm gonna be munching on that afterwards. And yeah, obviously, we have a ton of partners. Hopefully, there's also going to be more of them soon or over time. So we have the FMX conference, BenQ with the fantastic monitors, International Game Developers Association, Equator Arts, Visual Effects Studio, very good friends from Nairobi, Kenya, GDBay in the games industry, like a platform for learning how to pitch games. It's kind of investor relationships. Then the Ideal Spaces Working Group, which are historians and philosophers and architects talking about ideal spaces as ideal cities. Then digital production, we'll also hear more about them. Bela, I saw Bela is also in the audience. He said hi. So this is a platform, digital platform for everything like CG and audio and production technology news. Go look it up, really cool. Then World Visual Effects Day is a basically also like a community of the visual effects industry. that is also very active, especially with the huge event early December, typically on the 8th of December. Then Arcware, pixel streaming, Unreal based, also very cool. Then the View Conference film industry has been around for a long time. Visual Effects Society, then the Modeling Hub YouTube channel with Mike, a very good friend of ours, meanwhile. And last but not least, for the partners today, Chaos, that are world famous, obviously, for V-Ray and Vantage and all of these other really cool rendering technologies. Yes, sweet. So, agenda today. We have two presentations. First of all, as I mentioned, Christian, who's working in my team. So he will be presenting his work on a project that we did internally, which is basically a marketing production or video which we created, and the physics aspects behind that, because that's today's topic. And then after that, we'll hear from Goran from Stormborn VFX out of Vancouver, also about art directing, physics simulations for Hollywood blockbusters, and obviously, so that's cinematic stuff and TV stuff. Yeah, then we're, like always, gonna talk briefly about today's prizes, and then we'll have a panel discussion, the outro, and then for those that are still around, we'll continue a bit with a casual chat if there's more questions around. And yeah, I'll stick around for some time, and yeah, otherwise we can continue this also tomorrow. Yeah, just a brief information. We just had to cut from 3 days to 2 days, so it's just going to be today and tomorrow. So we had to condense the topics a tiny little bit. So it's not 3 days; it's just 2 days, but that's also completely fine. Yeah, so I would say, without further ado, we're gonna start with the first presentation, which is actually pre-recorded, and I am going to play this now, start the video, and after that, once the video is done, we'll do a live Q&A with Christian. So I would say, let's roll the clip and have some fun with it.